Ah! Oh, God, help me. I can't feel my head. My head feels so big.
It's okay, I'm here. We'll fix this.
I can't believe this happened.
We'll get through it together.
My head was falling off. I know how that sounds. Crazy, dramatic, impossible. But I'm telling you, that's exactly what it felt like in that hospital corridor. I was screaming, not the kind of scream you hear in movies. This was raw, broken, desperate. My hands gripped both sides of my skull like I was trying to hold it together. The pressure was unbearable. It felt like my head had swollen to twice its size and my neck couldn't support it anymore. Please, please help him, my mother's voice cracked as she begged the nurses. Her eyes were red, wet with tears. She looked at me like she was watching me die. The lights were too bright. Everything was too loud. The sound of footsteps, voices, machines, all of it felt like hammers pounding inside my brain. Two nurses grabbed me, one on each side, and rushed me through double doors. I could barely walk. My legs felt weak, my vision blurred. I tried to speak, but my words came out slurred and messy. My head, it's too big. I can't hold it. A doctor appeared beside me, his face calm, but his movements quick. He shone a light in my eyes. I winced and turned away. How long has this been going on? He asked sharply. I opened my mouth to answer, but the world tilted sideways. And then everything went black. Rewind to that morning. I woke up with a headache. Not a big one, just a dull ache at the back of my skull, the kind you get when you don't sleep well or drink enough water. I sat up in bed and rubbed my eyes. My younger brother Daniel was already awake, playing a video game in the living room. The sound of gunfire and explosions made me wince slightly, but I ignored it. "Turn that down," I muttered as I walked past him. He glanced at me. "You good?" "Yeah, just tired." I went to the kitchen and poured myself a glass of water. My mother was making breakfast. She looked at me with concern. "You look pale. Are you feeling okay?" "I'm fine, Mom, just a small headache." She frowned. "You've been saying that for 2 days now." Had I? I thought back. Maybe she was right. The headache had started on Monday. Today was Wednesday. But it wasn't serious, just annoying. "It's stress, school stuff, exams coming up. I'll be fine." She didn't look convinced, but she didn't push it. By afternoon, the headache got worse. It felt heavier now, like someone had placed a weight on top of my head and it was pressing down slowly. I tried to focus on my homework, but the words on the page kept blurring. My friend Ola called me. "Bro, you coming to play ball later?" "Nah, man, I'm not feeling it today." "You sick?" "Just a headache." "Drink water and rest. You'll be fine." I hung up and lay down on my bed. The room felt too bright. I closed my curtains and shut my eyes. "It's just a headache," I told myself. "Nothing serious." But deep down, something felt wrong. That night, everything changed. I was sitting at the dinner table with my family. My mother had made jollof rice and chicken. Normally, I would have devoured it, but I couldn't even look at the food. The smell made my stomach turn. "Joshua, eat something," my mother said gently. I shook my head. "I'm not hungry." My father looked at me. "You've been quiet all day. What's wrong?" "Nothing, just tired." "Tired or sick?" he asked. Before I could answer, the pressure in my head suddenly exploded. It wasn't gradual anymore. It was sharp, violent, unbearable. I gasped and gripped the edge of the table. "Joshua!" My mother stood up quickly. The room started spinning. The lights became too bright again. My vision blurred. I felt nauseous. My hands trembled. Then came the worst part. I felt detached from my own head, like it wasn't mine anymore, like it was floating above my neck, disconnected, unreal. I tried to stand up, but my legs gave out. I dropped to my knees, clutching my skull with both hands. "Something's wrong," I whispered. "Something's really wrong." My mother knelt beside me, her voice shaking. "We're going to the hospital, now." My father helped me to my feet. I could barely walk. Daniel stared at me with wide, scared eyes. As we got into the car, I leaned against the window, breathing heavily. My head felt like it was about to burst open. "Mom," I whispered, "I can't feel my head." She grabbed my hand tightly, tears streaming down her face. Just hold on, Joshua, we're almost there. The hospital was a blur of white walls, bright lights, and urgent voices. They ran tests, blood tests, scans, questions I could barely answer. My mother stayed beside me the whole time, holding my hand, praying quietly. I lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling, trying to breathe through the pain. My head still felt swollen, heavy, disconnected. A doctor came in, holding a clipboard. He looked serious, but calm. "Joshua, can you hear me?" I nodded weakly. "We've reviewed your results. You're experiencing a severe migraine with neurological symptoms. It's been worsened by dehydration, stress, and the fact that you waited too long to seek help." I blinked. "A migraine?" He nodded. "Yes, but it's not just a normal headache. Your symptoms, the pressure, the nausea, the sensitivity to light, the feeling of detachment, those are all signs your body was warning you. And because you ignored it, it escalated." My mother's voice trembled. "Is he going to be okay?" The doctor looked at her. "Yes, he'll recover, but this could have been prevented if he had acted earlier." Those words hit me harder than the pain. I had ignored my body. I had told myself it was nothing. I had waited until it became unbearable. "You're lucky," the doctor said. "Migraines can mimic symptoms of much worse conditions, but the real danger here was delay." I closed my eyes, feeling the weight of his words. This wasn't just about pain. It was about listening. 2 days later, I was back home. The headache was gone, the pressure had lifted, but the fear hadn't completely left me yet. I sat on my bed thinking about everything that had happened, how something so small had turned into something so terrifying, how close I had come to letting fear consume me. My mother came into my room and sat beside me. "How are you feeling?" "Better," I said, but still scared. She nodded gently. "That's normal, but you learned something important, didn't you?" I looked at her. "Yeah, I learned that pain is a warning, not a weakness." She smiled gently. "Exactly." The doctor had explained everything to me before I left. There are different types of headaches. Tension headaches from stress, migraines that come with nausea and light sensitivity, cluster headaches that feel like sharp stabs. And most of them can be managed early with rest, hydration, avoiding triggers, and most importantly, listening to your body before it screams at you. I didn't lose my head that night, but I learned to respect it. I learned that ignoring pain doesn't make you strong. It makes you vulnerable. And I learned that acting early can turn fear into control. My younger brother Daniel knocked on my door. "You good now?" I smiled. "Yeah, I'm good." "Don't scare us like that again." "I won't, I promise." Because now I understood something powerful. Your body talks to you, and when it whispers, you should listen before it has to scream. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Watch out for the next story.